Is it a road bike with fat tires or a mountain bike with drop bars? That's the one question that everyone always asks when they first lay eyes on the new open wide gravel bike. Wide as in winding detours. And yet that's where we are today as the world of gravel bikes continues to evolve. The Wide is the latest bike over at Open, and there's no doubt, although it can take any size tire when it rolls on 46 millimeter gravel tires or on 2.4 inch 650B wheels. It has the look and feel of a swamp rat 4x4 truck. It's just a look that people are still getting used to when they walk into our office to see the bike sitting there. The funny thing is though, is that once they ride it, they are literally blown away at how much of a performance ride and feel the bike still has. Not on the pavement, of course, but on the dirt. And that's where the bike really is intended to shine. But to make the Wide open to big tires, now they have to have a double drop chainstay, and that's so the chainstays on both sides of the bottom bracket jut straight to the ground, and start off with a big box section, which not only is what enables the chainstays to swing wide to make room for the tire, but it's also what brings a whole bunch of added stiffness to the back end. Up front, they have their own U-turn fork, which also use they're really kind of pretty novel smart mount disc brake mounts. It's kind of cool. They don't use the old school adapters. They kind of mounts through the very front of the fork. And of course, following the line of what Gerard has been a big fan of and a proponent of in the last couple years, it is a one-by only drivetrain specific bike. So don't look at the Wide thinking, oh, I can't wait to put a 2x on there, because the 2x is not going to work. So dedicated 1x only drivetrain. The frame is available in 5 sizes. We certainly wish it was available in something more than this sort of sleepy gray, but it is what it is. For the frame set and fork and assorted other parts, it's going to set you back $3,200. And all I can say is, did start riding the bike off-road, everybody came away surprised at how fast it still felt, and really of a performance type ride it provided. And that really goes back to not only the stiffness of the frame throughout, but also just the geometry. And so far we've ridden on 2 sets of different knobby tires, and even with the biggest tires we could put on it, which are 45s, the bike still had a performance feel to it that really was surprising. It was just a scooch over 18 pounds. And that's, you know, again, for a bike with tires this big, it's the first thing everybody does. They pick up the bike and everybody kind of shakes their head at how light the bike feels. 18 pounds, of course, is still a good solid 2 pounds less than plenty of other gravel bikes we have with smaller tires. It's also just a scooch over the Pinarello F12, you know, which is the epitome of a high-end road bike. So it's interesting that the bike, when you look at it, you're going to think it weighs like a mountain bike, but it doesn't. And better still, it doesn't ride like a mountain bike either. So that's where we are today with the Open Wide. Again, we just got the bike. We've ridden it a couple times. We have some big test rides coming up in store for it. Hey, and don't forget to click that subscribe button on the YouTube page, and you can stay up to date with all the videos we got coming out. More important than clicking that button, ride off and ride safe. Ciao.